Over the last 5 years, it seems that Hollywood has kind of gone down the tubes. More than usual. Disney has just come out of the closet. Most Hollywood movies now, so are too, is creating better stuff of people going up to doorbells and saying they're geeked. So we're going to look at the independent filmmaker space because they have really kicked up their game. We're seeing absolute bangers on YouTube now that look like better quality than either the parody they're making it off of or the creative project looks like an absolute cinema. My name is Sutton. I'm a filmmaker, also composer, and I have way too many YouTube channels. So if you find them all, I'll give you a star.
My name's Eli. I'm a filmmaker, YouTuber, that realm, I don't know. And yeah, co-host of the Clearcut podcast.
I am Aden here. I am Aden, and I am Clearcut's co-host, filmmaker, YouTuber, all that stuff. And welcome to the Clearcut podcast. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this episode. So yeah, let's get into it.
So I saw this one. It was an animated one. I forget what it was called, but it basically starts of a girl in like a dark plane. This is all 2D animated, by the way, and
Whoa.
there's all these like pink strings around her, keeping her down. And basically, the short film is about her losing her brother and bottling up all that pain and grief, and how that is holding her down, and it's showing it in a more literal way
That's
with the
interesting.
strings doing that. And then at the end
Yeah.
of the short film,
Yeah.
it shows them break. I'm not gonna give away the whole thing. I'm just saying I was extremely impressed of the quality with it compared to how short the credits were. There was this other one. This is the one I really liked, but it starts with this all 2D animated. If you've seen like Into the Spider-Verse, I forget the second one,
Yeah.
with Miles Morales. In Gwen's world, you can see all the backgrounds. Each time the background will change, and it looks like a very washed out, like painted feel. And
Yeah.
it was kind of like in that style. But it starts with, and he's on this Discord call, walking around town the rest of the day, and they all go up on top of the roofs to the beach to watch the sunset. And the camera pans up, and it is revealed that that was no sunset. That is a giant meteor coming to basically end the world. Kind of explains, because then you watch it again and you realize there's all these things off. The empty streets, it looks like something's not quite right.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And
Good story writing as well. That's
yeah,
pretty good.
that was the main thing is usually they only have one, either a really good story, but the art isn't there, or they have all the art, but the plot is missing.
Right.
But it was all there. It was so good. It inspired me to work on my animated short film again. What are some ones you've seen, Eli?
Well, there's this one in particular, and I don't know if you guys have seen it or possibly heard of the main theme song, because I've seen it remixed a lot. I've remixed it a lot because it's just that good. But it's just this 20-minute short about this guy living a monotonous life and then falling in love and deciding to do something. It's a pretty typical storyline, but it's really well done, and the cinematography is amazing, and and the acting's great, and it's all an original score too by Grant Steller. As it was just like five people in 6 months or something that put this whole thing together, and I was just really impressed by it. And they were seniors in high school, and it looked Hollywood quality. So,
Hear that, Disney? You're being outdone by high
exactly.
schoolers.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
Also, don't go in people's bathrooms. That's weird.
why would you why would you say
Because
that?
that's a problem with it.
That's weird. You just made it weird.
No, because it is weird.
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 What about you, Aiden?
Okay,
Have you
so
seen any good short films?
I've seen this Christian film because I'm more into the Christian side of things and all that stuff. So it's about this girl, about she's just lost, meaning like she doesn't know Jesus Christ, and then I guess somebody encouraged her to go to church or something like that. Something encouraged her to go to a church, and when she went to this church, she saw there was this another girl, whatever, that's trying to like, hey, trying to connect with her and all this stuff, be friends with her and all this stuff, because a lot of people, as Christians, we should have Christ to like, if Christ is not giving us a little nudge, say, hey, go up to that person and tell them that I love you, meaning that Jesus or God loves them and all that stuff. So do that and all that stuff. Like we want to kind of show ourselves as Christians, like Jesus. So there's this girl that walked up to her, that lost girl, saying, "Hey, like God loves you or whatever. Like, do you want to come hang around with us or whatever?" Trying to like embrace her and all that stuff, trying to make her feel close, like she has friends or whatever. Because I guess she didn't had that much friends and all that stuff, so she had a lot of something that's just going against her. I don't know what, but yeah, but it was this, and then she kept on going to church for the next couple days, couple weeks or whatever, and then suddenly she had like a group of friends now that are Christian, that know God, that know Jesus, kind of what we need as Christians or whatever. Like, and it kind of hit home a little bit just because like I want to spread more Christ more like towards people and all that stuff, because there's a lot of people that need it, that need God and all that stuff, because they might not know God and all that stuff, and they might struggle with a bunch of things and all that stuff. Even though, guys, we struggle a bunch of stuff like that too, but we just got to know that God's with us. And if somebody, and I would like to encourage you guys, if you guys are Christians that are out there, even in your church, anybody that's new, whatever, just welcome them, give them a warm welcome, saying God loves you, because that's what we need to do as Christians and all that stuff, like show who Jesus is and all that stuff. And so that Christian film or whatever, short film, that kind of inspired me to do more of that and all that stuff. So I've been doing that, and it's good. It's good. I like.
A pattern I'm already seeing with all these is messaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Even in the secular stuff, like the ones I watched, they were more in the secular lane. They were just like the messaging was back to friendly family values, or things that all humans could relate to, um, versus trying to shove a pointed agenda down your throat. For example, we got the Zest Fest of Disney over here, they made multiple kids shows that had gay characters, saying that that was okay. They even had one, well, especially when we've seen this whole shift more towards conservative values, they actually had an episode about a kid who is Christian. But the way they made it was they tried to make it seem very corny, like that's not cool, and like, I don't know, the way they presented it gave me more cultish vibes.
Did they
Like,
try? Did they try to make it like bar man?
no, 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 no. I mean like,
Like that's what you meant by corny, or
no, I mean like corny as in the typical like Bible thumper kind of view that the world
oh
sees
yeah,
us. That kind of corny. And it seems they tried to make the character like someone who's in a cult who shouldn't be in a cult. From
yeah.
that view, it felt like they were trying to present it
Yeah.
like that. And then the season ended with a gay character liking
Oh.
another dude, or at least hinting to it. Netflix is just as
Uh,
guilty as this, except they
no.
did it way more explicitly, where they had an openly gay character, and it's basically the messaging is like, I'm gay, and that's okay. And it was basically all the other characters confirming that. And if you don't spam it, either I'm gonna think you're a liberal, or you didn't watch this far in the video, so shame. Or congrats.
Oh gosh, yay! Party!
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's mainly the messaging. And something I've been seeing, you can see this shift now where the market of independent filmmakers is now viable and actually competing with what Hollywood's got. The only thing Hollywood has now is the money and the support. With the rise of social media, the whole like fan base of looking up to this more professionalized world is now gone. With social media, everyone can share it. More things more people can do with the technology we have. That shared culture is now it's you could name someone, I could name someone. They both have like 1 million followers, but we could have no idea who they are, and there's no such thing of people we will all hear of. Like it used to be in like the 2010s or like 2008 mainly, is if I said someone like I don't know, who's the person who wrote Toxic? I don't know. What the heck is her name? Why am I
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Britney Spears. That's who I was talking about. Like it used to be, if you name someone like that, we don't know who you're talking about. But nowadays, we could name someone who's pretty popular with like 1 million followers, and we could all have our own person that we don't know each other's. But some of it's also of more. This is mainly a secular move. It's not. Some of it was inspired by more Christian values, and now it's more conservative values. With Christians, just like they will shove down agendas down our throats with the gay agenda, we can be guilty of the same thing, shoving our agenda down in Christian films. And for the same reason, theirs is bad. Theirs is bad for 2 reasons. It's an evil agenda, and it ruins the story because you're shoving down an agenda down everyone's throat. With Christians...
Just like the Carpenter's Son, exactly. But that one's like
Yes.
more, not that's more
Okay.
of a film, all that stuff.
That one's I bet they're still gonna maintain like quality and basic story. The problem with
Yeah.
that is it's just evil. It's evil.
Evil. Pure evil.
Yes. I was talking more like when it also affects the story.
Yeah.
With Christian
Right,
films, we're guilty of the same thing. If you think some of the older ones and stuff, The Chosen's for the same reason the Carpenter's Son isn't guilty of the agenda shove, is the same reason the Chosen isn't, because it's just telling a story of something else. Of course, the Carpenter's Son is fiction, and it's based off of a book filled with heresy, and isn't real. But the other one's based on the Bible, but it's the whole point of it is telling Jesus' story. Versus, I'm more talking about films with the same one. We do the same thing. A good example of that. We all love it for some reason, even though it is corny as heck, and the acting kind of sucks.
Starman.
Starman!
No, you... Oh my god. I was talking about the Christian
Oh,
content.
I thought you were like, I thought you were going like, hey, Starman, bam!
No! Hey, who loves him? Who's watching him besides 10-year-olds? Aden?
Go.
Ghostling confess.
Hey. That's on you!
Okay, everyone except Aden.
Hey! No. I refuse. You guys are saying like, oh, I watch him. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Guilty. This
Not
is what a guilty
every-
person
and
would
not
say.
every Monday through Friday, okay?
What about Saturday?
He
I don't
binge
watch
watches
that.
it on Saturday. He watched
I
the Cardi
don't.
Man.
I don't.
Mainly because the message is right there. Everything is too blatant. The villain is too villainous, if that makes sense. It's not realistic. He's just like, I hate God. He's the worst. And then the other guy's like, I love God. I'm a true good person, and I shall bring this man to faith and prove him wrong in front of all the other classmates, and they shall clap and tip the fedoras to me. Okay.
Bro sounded like Matt from the Studio C.
Other things I've seen. There was actually one film called The Shift.
It was like an action movie, but it also influenced like Christianity, all that, God and all that stuff. It was really good. It had like a ton of like it was basically the Christian version of Mission Impossible. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I watched it. Really good. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend you guys watching it. It's really good.
Something I was going to say with it, though, is that's one where they were right on the line of they were using really good subtlety in other scenes, and then other scenes they just felt the need to just spell it out for you. They were very close to making a really good film using subtlety where it didn't feel like they were explaining everything.
Yeah.
But some of it with like, I'm not gonna spoil it. Mission Possible, it's only like that in action alone. Story-wise, it's actually really creative what they're gonna do. I'm not gonna spoil it though. Another complaint I had, this is more on the technical side, but those are the worst gun flares I have ever seen someone make. But also one of the best cloning effects I've ever seen someone make.
Yep.
And it was funny, they were like right next to each other. The worst gun flare effect I've ever seen, right next to one of the best cloning effects I've ever seen.
What is this movie called?
The Shift.
Yep.
It's very good.
But the script was really good on that film. I really liked it.
So what we need to do now, as independent filmmakers, is make good, Christ-centered films that are subtle.
Yeah, and
That
make sure.
conclusion we've come to.
Yeah, and make sure don't make it cringe like Darman. Do not.
Yes.
No Darman at all.
Finish this out unless you guys have any other thoughts before we do. I think you all need to become filmmakers. Oh yeah. I'm kidding.
Oh gosh.
Thank you everybody for watching. God bless you. Have a good day.
And that's the Clearcut.
Please subscribe!